Local businesses are the backbone of any community, supporting various groups and organizations, as well as helping to establish an identity. Today on the lunch counter, we look at the impact of shopping local.
Hi, my name is Pam McLeod. I'm the Executive Director to the Castlegar and District Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here today to talk about our Shop Local Focus campaign. And our mandate is to support and sustain a healthy economic business community.
Hi, my name is Sheena Nickel. I am a cross-border shopper. I go shopping across the border because the prices and selection cannot be beat.
Hi, my name is Derek Kitson. I am opening up a new shoe store here in Castlegar. I have spent money in over 30 businesses here in town, and I'm hoping that the ripple effect will help me and everyone else around here.
Do you shop local? Why or why not?
Oh yes, I do shop local. Having been in business locally for years, I realized the importance of supporting our local businesses and keeping our fellow neighbors in business. Because if we shop elsewhere, our businesses won't thrive, and if our businesses don't thrive, neither do we.
I do shop local, yes.
Why?
Well, I like to encourage the local vendors, and obviously if we live here, we want to try to encourage economic development in the community, so I think it's good to shop local.
I shop local sometimes, but a lot of times I don't. I love going to the city.
What about you?
Ditto. Unfortunately, we don't. It's hard for small businesses to start up here because we're so used to going to the city, to shop. But if we had more and we would, if they made it a little easier on small businesses in Trail, I think we would support them definitely.
The Castlegar and District Chamber of Commerce has begun their Shop Local campaign, and that started in January of 2012 this year. We identified some critical issues on behalf of the business community by going through that process. We also identified challenges on the consumer side of everything. So being able to address consumer issues and show the relationship between that and the business community as well, providing support and leverage mechanisms that we could do to sustain a business community. Because at the end of the day, the Chamber of Commerce, that's what we're mandated to do, is to provide a sustainable, economic, healthy, viable business community. So going through that process, we've had a Shop Local focus group with business owners here in Castlegar. I have recently met with MP Alex Adamanenko and expressed our challenges on the business community's behalf and look for leverage support that he might be able to provide on the federal level. We have appealed to the City of Castlegar to come on as a sponsor and promote the Shop Local campaign, and they have. We're slowly moving through our advocacy efforts and trying to establish this sustainable business community and just show support to local businesses. But there are two sides of the coin, consumer and local business.
I didn't know there was so much going on with trying to get businesses locally out there and stuff like that, because I don't see any of it. I really generally don't. I try to shop locally as much as I can, because obviously I would like to support the local businesses, but there's just not enough selection or anything. I have two small kids. The only place I can really go to get them stuff is Walmart.
Right, and that's not even in Castlegar either.
Exactly.
Do you shop at the Walmart in Colville as well?
Yes.
How is it better than the Trail and Out?
So much more selection.
Really?
Yes. And it's strange because it is Walmart and we have it here, but it's actually cheaper, a fair bit cheaper.
Really?
Yeah.
Even when you gotta buy gas?
Mm-hmm. Gas is so much cheaper down there.
Right, you gotta pay duty?
No, generally I don't. Groceries is usually always duty free.
Do you feel guilty for spending your money over there?
No.
No? Even though you're helping out another country, another city? And...
I don't. They're in a recession. I'm trying to help them out too.
Oh, that's nice of you.
So one of the things on behalf of local business running the Chamber of Commerce is to be aware of the decisions that we make with shopping local, and our campaign is to promote the positive aspect of everything, and everybody wants to go away. We've identified that we have economic leakage. It could go east, west, south, or online.
Yeah, which that's a big one.
Absolutely, online shopping is growing by leaps and bounds. So one of the things that we started to brainstorm around is if this continues, this pattern continues and gains momentum the way it is, in 10 years, what will our community look like? What will downtown Castlegar look like if everybody is shopping online or goes down to the States? It's going to drastically shape.
It'll be like a skeleton.
It'll be like Trail.
Yeah, Trail actually is worse than.
It's awful.
It will have some economic impacts. And another awareness that we're trying to build in our campaign is local businesses cannot continue to sustain themselves and all of the other nonprofit organizations and kids' youth sports that are constantly looking for those handouts.
All the sponsorships, yeah.
So that they can maintain what they are doing. And all of these are pillars and staples that exist within a community, but things are starting to be very taxed on local business, and now they're starting to recognize if you come in and support our business throughout the year, when you come and you are looking for those donations or sponsorship opportunities, we'll do the best we can to honor you. But if you're not in supporting my business, don't knock on my door.
Absolutely, because why? Yeah.
Absolutely. So there's that awareness it's happening out there, and local business owners are really starting to pay attention to who's supporting who.
Do you shop local, and why or why not?
I only shop local. I don't believe in going out of the country to shop.
I shop local for some things, but I do go to the States from time to time, and prices is what counts.
Of course I shop locally. I actually ran a business in this town for a number of years, and a great percentage of the people in this community still do support local. Local has to earn it, though. It's not a given anymore. You have to earn it.
Yes, as much as possible. Yeah, if I'm making a trip somewhere else to Calgary or somewhere like that, I will buy stuff while I'm there, but I rarely make specific trips to go and buy stuff because it ultimately ends up costing, with the travel costs, it ends up costing as much as it would to buy locally anyhow.
We just want folks to be aware. We're not saying don't do it. We're not saying don't go across the line and don't go to Kelowna or Calgary. We're just asking folks, do pay attention, because in 5 to 10 years, you're shaping the future of our business communities.
Good long-term benefits to spending an extra couple dollars.
Sometimes.
Close to home.
It is. I just have to go back to with the two boys that I have. They are so hard on everything, their clothes, their toys, everything, that if I had to buy everything locally, it would be awful. I would have no money. I would have no money, just because I would have to be constantly resupplying everything that they have at top dollar, rather than driving down, getting a whole bunch of things for half the price generally, and coming home with it.
So what if all the businesses you shop in Spokane and Colville actually opened up shop in Castlegar?
That'd be fantastic if they had their prices.
Right. Well, what would be missing? What's missing in here, in this town?
Selection, variety.
I shop local quite a bit, yeah. I do go once in a while to Spokane, but I don't buy much there. Costco I go, or Kelowna I go to Costco, but most of the time I shop local, yeah.
I do. I think it's really important to try and keep all our local businesses here and surviving and prospering.
Yes, I shop local. I have a store here on Baker Street, so I'm very much so about the people staying on Baker and shopping on Baker. I think Nelson is a great town that's set up where there's not really any corporate choices on Baker Street, and I think it should stay that way, because not everybody is a conscious shopper, and when you only have a certain amount of choices for people, then it's almost as though they're forced into it, whether they know it or not, which is great.
There's no middle ground whatsoever. You are either spending top dollar or you're going to the consignment store.
Yeah, or Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a massive hole in the market. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. Because I did the West Kootenay tour of all the shoe stores around here, and it's either funky expensive or outdoorsy and expensive. But for the average, especially female, but just for the average person, there's basically nothing around here.
There's nothing, absolutely. You have to go to Athlete's World or Walmart to get your shoes. There's nowhere else.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm going to try to do. My shelves alone hold like about 1,400 pairs of shoes. And what I'm doing is I'm paying the wholesale price that I'm getting charged, but I'm not charging what I'm told to charge. So there's even some reps who are like, oh, don't give that stuff away. But I'm like, you know, if I sell one pair of nice shoes or even boots, that pays for my cell phone bill and my heating just in 1 month. That's just one pair. So I don't understand why people have to jack it up that high. I guess because downtown Castlegar's rent is probably the lowest.
Yeah.
It's the lowest in the West Kootenays pretty much compared to Nelson and Roslyn, that's for sure. So. There's that huge hole in the market between the $20 pair and the $150 pair.
Huge hole.
That's where I'm going to be as far as shoes go.
That's great, because it's awful.
If I do very well, then I also might even do the same thing with clothing. Because there's, once again, it's all funky or outdoorsy. If you want just normal average clothes, then you have to drive to another city. So.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do, because you can't get it. You can't get it around here.
Yeah, I don't know why no one else is doing it, but that's my plan if things go well, to do the same thing in clothes as I'm doing in shoes, is fill in that huge middle market.
You know, maybe you'll create a ripple effect out there, and you know, once the word gets out, it'll increase the business that you do, and
the traffic downtown, and
exactly.
people will go, oh, that's empty. Maybe I'll start something over there too.
Yeah. Because when you can show that you have a sustainable business community, investors, that's one of the things that they look at. So if we can sustain the businesses that we have, we can then look at bringing in those investors and creating more businesses.